Hello, welcome back to another video, you guys. I have a special little DoomZ combo I wanted to share with you all just because I think it's really fun and increases the ceiling of the archetype. I don't think that this is the optimal way to play DoomZ. As many of you have come to find out, I simply prefer playing archetypes pure, but it's really cool and I just wanted to share it with you guys anyways.
Let me see.
Before we get into the combo, I just wanted to take a second to say thank you so much for the overwhelming support on the previous video. It did really well, and it made me incredibly happy to see how well received it was, so again, thank you all so much for the continued support. With that being said, let me show you the deck list very quickly, and then we can go over some of the combos. As you guys can see here, this is the list if you wanted to copy it or try it out for yourself, or maybe if you wanted to edit it and put your own spin on the list, I think that you should, and definitely give it a try. As I said, it's really fun. I'm not sure if I would say that this is the best way to play DoomZ, but it is certainly a different way, and yeah, I think that a lot of people could have fun trying it out. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into the combos so I can show you guys how this list works. Alright, you guys, so we have gotten the combo in hand, and now I can show you how it works. So this combo works off of a Medius or a Theo Realize. Just remember that if you do use the Theo Realize in order to start the combo, that in order to summon Medius, you have to shuffle a monster from your hand or field back into the deck in order to special summon it from the graveyard. So just keep that in mind, that you are essentially going to need a discard, quote unquote, if you will, if you start with Theo Realize. With that being said, let's just start the combo. We're of course going to normal summon Medius. Medius is then going to get us our Power Patron. Okay, the Power Patron is going to activate its effect, targeting Medius in order to Xyz summon Diactorus, and is going to equip itself to the Diactorus. Now on summon, your Diactorus is going to ask if you want to pop a card. You will pop the Power Patron, and you will say no to the Destroy a Card effect, because you don't want to pop your Diactorus, not yet. Power Patron is then going to trigger its effect in order for you to get DoomZ Raider. You will then activate Raiders, and then use its effect in order to pop the Diactorus now. From here, you will special summon a Moth, and here you're going to want to chain link 1 a Moth, so that way you can search your Drostia, and then Diactorus is going to be chain link 2, so that way you can search Dogmatic Schism. Now, Dogmatic Schism is the card that you're going to be adding to your hand, and this is the card that will allow us to pivot into Mitsurugi. If you are unaware of what Dogmatic Schism does, if this card is sent to the graveyard because the equipped monster was destroyed, you can send any monster you want from your extra deck to the graveyard. So what we're going to do is equip the Dogmatic Schism to the Amalth, and we are going to use the Drostia effect to pop the Amalth. Now Drostia, of course, is going to special summon itself and equip itself with Doomdirg. And as you can see on destruction, Dogmatic Schism is now going to trigger, so that way we can send Herald of the Arclight to the graveyard, and then Herald of the Arclight, of course, is going to get us into Habakiri. Then, from here, you can just do your normal Mitsurugi combo. You activate Habakiri, special summon Saji, tribute it, and then of course, Saji is going to search in order for you to grab prayers. Okay. From here, we're going to activate prayers, and we are going to tribute the Habakiri, of course. And we are going to then activate both effects. From here, you're going to search Murakumo, and you're then going to, of course, revive the Saji. Now, normally, here, you're going to activate the Habakiri in order to search Ritual, but since we already have it, I'm just going to say no to this effect. From here, we are, of course, going to activate Ritual, and we are going to summon the Murakumo from our hand, and we are going to be using the Kusanagi that we have in our hand and the Night Sword Serpent. Usually, both of these cards will be in deck. You know, it's just a little bit unfortunate that I drew the Kusanagi, but it doesn't matter. We can still perform the combo as needed. From here, you're going to chain link 1, the Kusanagi, grabbing back your Ritual, and then the Night Sword Serpent is going to chain link 2, special summon itself back to the field. So here we go. I'm going to summon out the Serpent. The Kusanagi is of course going to grab the Ritual. And then from here, you're going to want to make Gagaga Magician. Gagaga Magician has the ability to revive the Diactorus that we had that we had popped earlier. So we can bring him back to the field. And then, of course, because we have 2 rank 4s, now we can go into F0. And then because, you know, obviously we have F0 on the field, so we can immediately make UDF. Alright, from here, now we can activate Ritual. And we obviously are going to be summoning from deck. So here is going to be the Habakiri, and we're going to tribute off the Murakumo. Okay, Murakumo will then, of course, trigger its effect in order to search the trap card, and then revive itself. So, this is what the end board will usually be. Now, obviously, you could use the Habakiri and the Mitsurugi, the Murakumo, sorry, to make something else. If you want to, you can make a rank 8, you know, but the downside is that this purification needs to have obviously it needs to have a Mitsurugi on the field in order to tribute, so that way you get the Omni Negate. And something else to note is that DoomZ Raiders locks you into Xyz cards, so you can't use like the Dynamondo link that everybody uses, unfortunately, but that's still okay. If you look at all of our interactions, we have the 1 negate or hand rip, if you will, from Murakumo. You have the minus 800 attack points from Habakiri. You have the monster negate and steal from UDF, and then you have the 3 interactions off of Drostia when you Xyz summon into Drostius. Now, Drostius, if you don't know what he does, on summon, he can steal one of your opponent's monsters and equip it as an equip spell, plus he has a monster negate and another steal on top of that, as well as built-in protection. The first time this card would be destroyed by Battle Arc Artifact, he is not, and when he sucks up the Doomdirg as a material, it can also not be targeted with card effects. So overall, it's a pretty good board. You know, obviously it plays into cards like Nibiru because you don't have Nibiru protection set up quite early enough. But, you know, if you are able to full combo, it is a pretty oppressive board, and I think that is really cool. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to do it backwards if you open up the Mitsurugi cards instead. Okay, you guys, here we go. We have opened up Habakiri. And this is going to be the starter that I show you guys for how to pivot from Mitsurugi into DoomZ. Now, obviously, we also opened Ilara, so we have the best of both worlds here, but I'm just going to show you regardless. Of course, we're going to go through the motions here. We're going to Habakiri, summon out Saji. Saji is then going to activate its effect in order for us to get prayers. We will then activate our prayers, tributing the Habakiri. Okay, and we're going to activate both effects. Okay, we're going to search the Murakumo, of course, and we are going to revive Saji. We're then going to activate Habakiri's effect, and we are going to search the ritual. Okay, from here, we are, of course, going to use the ritual. And we are going to special summon the Murakumo from our hand by sending the sword and the Kusanagi, just like before. Okay, we will activate the Kusanagi effect in order to grab back the ritual, and sword, of course, to revive itself. Then we'll activate ritual, special summoning the Habakiri from deck using the Murakumo, which will trigger the Murakumo effect to be able to search your trap card and revive itself. Okay. So from here, this is where the combo is going to differ. Instead of passing with these 2 level 8 rituals, we are then going to make Dragluxion. Dragluxion, of course, on summon, will be able to search the deck for 7th Tachyon. Now, 7th Tachyon is how we are going to be able to get into our DoomZ plays, but first, let's just use the Dragluxion effect. We're going to tribute off these guys, and we are going to summon out Hope Harbinger. Okay, we will then activate 7th Tachyon, revealing this card, Ragna 0, in order to grab Medius. Here, you could probably send back the trap card. The downside to this end board, of course, is that we will not have access to the Murakumo or the Habakiri, because we needed to sacrifice them in order to get into our other plays, so it's probably safe to just send back the trap. Of course, from here, you're going to summon your Medius. Medius will then grab your Power Patron. Okay, and from here, you're going to use your Power Patron on the Medius, summoning out the Diactorus. Diactorus will of course activate its effect, doing the same thing as before, popping the Power Patron. You will not destroy a card. The Power Patron will then of course grab you your Raiders. And you will activate your Raiders. Raiders will pop the Diactorus. And you will special summon out your Amalth. Now, from here, you can use your Amalth effect. This is going to search your Drastia. Now, you can activate Diactorus if you want to. If you decide that you want to play some extra equip spells, like maybe you want to play Angelic Ring as well, now would be a good time to search that, because then you can equip that to your Drastia for another spell negate, so that way you have extra negates on the field. For this list, just for the combo guide purposes, I did not include that into this list, but it is an option that's available to you guys if you want to use it. Some people might think that it's a good idea to have the extra equip, because obviously in this line you don't get access to Murakumo or the trap card, so you are losing out on 2 points of interaction there in order to do this line. However, you can still trigger Hope Harbinger to chain block the Amalth for whatever reason, as he will gain attack points because of the monster that was just destroyed. The chain is of course going to resolve. We're going to get Drastia. Okay, then we can activate Drastia. We can pop the Amalth, special summoning himself and equipping himself. As you can see, the Dogmaticusism was still there. Alright, now from here, you're going to do the same thing as before. You're going to make Gagaga Magician. You could have made the Gagaga Magician earlier, but you just didn't have a target until now. So, Gagaga Magician, detach a card. Of course, you're going to revive your Diactorus. And then you are going to make your UDF play. So, as said, you are missing out on those 2 extra pieces of interaction because you do not have the Murakumo and you do not have the trap card. You can buff that out just a little bit if you also decide to play Angelic Ring, but this is sort of what your end board would look like if you had to start with your Mitsurugi plays first. So as much like I know that this end board is much weaker than the first one that I displayed, but I just wanted to showcase both because I think that it's really cool that DoomZ has the ability to pivot into Mitsurugi, and Mitsurugi has the ability to pivot into DoomZ, so they just have some really cool synergy. And yeah, that's it. That's going to be the video, guys. I just wanted to take the time to showcase this sweet little combo. And you know, it's DoomZ related, so of course I wanted to post a video about it. Let me know what you guys think about this combo down in the comment section below. Let me know if you think that it's cool, if you think that it's interesting. Let me know if you're sick and tired of seeing Mitsurugi be a part of every single combo, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm tired of how splashable that card is. We need to get away, we need to do away with Herald. We need to you know, somehow get rid of Mitsurugi being in literally every single deck. But nevertheless, it's something that I can do in DoomZ, and I wanted you guys to be a part of it. So yeah, with that being said, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you all have a fantastic morning, evening, or afternoon, as always, depending on when you're watching this video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!